Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. We got the bike back this morning. This is Tuesday. This is really I think he was really interested in putting this kit on this bike because I took the bike to him yesterday about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He worked on it last night because he sent me pictures that were obviously taken during the night, and then he sent them to me this morning at 6 something online, and then called and said the bike was ready, that he would bring it to the house, and he did. He delivered the bike to the house, but then I do believe there was a little miscommunications between his interpretation to my wife and from her to me about break-in on this bike. You know, the guy, I think, was trying to tell her that keep the bike under 50 kilometers an hour, don't go up into the mountains with it and all this stuff until it's broke in. I don't really believe in that system, but he was really concerned the fact that it had such a big piston in it. So my break-in system is 6 heat cycles, which takes me most of a day to do because I take it out for a ride, not a very long ride, a couple kilometers, and then bring it back and let it totally cool down, then take it out and do it again. I'm getting ready to go on the second one, and I'm going to put the GoPro on my suspenders and give you a view of where I take it to break it in. But I can tell you right now, from the first ride, it pulls from down low in any gear. I was putting around pretty much in 4th gear during this whole thing, running about 50-55 kilometers an hour, and you just open the throttle and the response was nice, strong pull. So I think it's going to do what I want it to do, and I'm going to get ready. We're going to go for a little ride, and I'm going to video this entire ride, and I'm going to be talking to you about the whole thing. So talk to y'all later. Okie dokie. You can tell it doesn't sound any different than it did before, but that was 4th gear and it just pulls. The guy was concerned about me sticking a piston, but the fact that I've ridden and raced lots of bikes, it's not like I don't know how to break one in, and that's what he was concerned about. And he kept talking about I needed bigger valves, in other words valves, and I don't see where I need to. The fuel injection should take care of that, no problem. Exhaust on it still has that little bark to it, which is nice, but it just, I haven't really gotten on the throttle, but just to ease into the throttle on it, it pulls good. Now that was in 3rd gear. Of course, I'm just on a flat piece of road, and I'm not going to go up into the mountains or anything like that until I get some heat cycles on this thing. It's just the way I like to do it. Other people may sit back and say, oh hell, just give her hell and go for it. But I think this is a good little system I have. I've never had any problem breaking a bike in or an engine, whatever. And I got hit by that leaf. But anyhow, this is a scenic little route that I like to ride every evening if I can, just because it's a fun little curvy road in the area that I live in, and it's got some beautiful sights, some fantastic looking houses, and it's just typical rural Thailand. Now remember, I live in a valley, so everything's pretty flat down in here, and I have to travel out of this valley and up to the mountains, which are on 3 sides of me. The south is the only area that doesn't have mountains. Granny on her bicycle coming into the intersection I wanted to turn right on, and a dump truck coming at me wanting to turn right and moving over into my lane. That's just typical traffic in Thailand. When somebody's going to be making a turn, they move into that lane that's the inside part of the turn, whether it's the oncoming traffic's lane or not. We're still just putting around here in 3rd gear right now. And the bike pulls, it just, the torque is just coming into its own. And it pulls pretty good. This was the problems I was having up in the mountains. Was being able to get it to pull if it fell off the real high RPMs. It did not want to, the torque, it just didn't have enough torque, and it didn't have enough horsepower. So this should do a pretty good job. We'll find out. I'm putting through here at 50 kilometers an hour in 4th gear, and immediately it picks up when I give it throttle. It's not sluggish and slow at doing it. And normally I wouldn't be in 4th gear at 50 kilometers an hour and then try and accelerate. I believe somebody's trying to sell a piece of property off to the right of me, and they were doing a video on it with what looked like the realtor. Now off on the right side of me over here is the Ping River, which we're going to cross. But there's a little spot up here that's got there's a little view of it. an overlook, which I'm gonna stop at. Turn the bike off.
Okay.
YouTube.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Looking down the Pink River towards Chiang Mai. So anyhow, back on the bike. Oh, I was just able to do something I hadn't been able to do since I got the bike. Spin the wheels. Actually, the rear tire. Oh, it accelerates really good. It just, I'm not giving hardly any gas to take off, and it's really pulling. See, now there's fourth gear at 25 kilometers an hour, just pulling, and now I'm going up a hill. And in fourth gear, it just accelerated all the way up it. I'm thinking this is going to be what I want. And should give me the ability to stay with my buddies with their 250s. Now this is a fun section right through here. Got some really nice switchbacks. Again, we just go ahead and stick it in fourth gear. I'm just barely coming off of idle with the throttle on this. That's a fun little switchback section right here. Oh, it meet a dump truck. Well, somebody's doing a bunch of dirt work around here because I got dump trucks going both directions. Following these guys, they kick up the dust and the dirt like crazy. Now, this kit came with a fuel injector, which I'm assuming is a larger fuel injector. So my fuel economy should decrease. I knew in advance that I would have lower fuel economy, so I'm not going to follow those trucks again. I'm going to go this way. Soy dogs sleep in the middle of the road. It's a wonder they don't all get run over. Turns to dirt. here's a view of the mountains. I don't know if you can see them very well. They're not that far away. The camera just makes them look like they're way, way out there. But so far so good. This will be heat cycle 2. See, now it was third gear, less than 20 kilometers an hour, pulling that corner right there. I would have never been able to do that prior to putting on this big bore kit. Well, folks, that's second spin I've taken on the bike since I got the big bore kit on it. That's just a little teaser until I get this thing heat cycled in the way I like it. I'm not going to be opening it up and doing any hard riding on it, but I guarantee you either tomorrow or the next day I will be out in the countryside doing some serious riding to see what this thing will do. So hope y'all enjoyed this video, and talk to you